Hi guys, my name's Julie Biasi and I am an artist with Seint Cosmetics. And if you are watching this video, it's more than likely because you ordered from me or you are curious about the makeup and how to put it on and what it's all about. And so this video is for you. When you order from Seint, you will get these little tins that are magnetized and they fit into palettes like this palette right here. They stick right in and you can build your palette however you want. So I'm not going to show you how you should build your palette because I feel that's a personal preference. What I'm here to do today is to just show you on the face where each color is intended to go. And so right now I have no makeup on my face. It's freshly moisturized. I put my moisturizer on a few minutes ago. My favorite is this Seint Creme. It's phenomenal for your skin, especially as a prep before makeup. And as we age, our skin does get dry, but that's not to say that some of us at our age don't have oily skin, because some of us do. So treat your skin for however you normally do because of the oil or the dryness. For me, it's usually dry. Sometimes I get oily in my T-zone, but I don't really worry about that. I use a little powder and I'm good to go. So when you order, you will get a contour shade, which is an ashy shade. All of the palettes come with a contour shade, and it's an ashier shade than a bronzer shade. I'll show you the difference. This is my bronzer shade. You could tell this is a lot warmer than this shade. This shade's to create, this one's called Astoria, and this one is to create shadows and structure and definition in your face. Because as we age, everything starts to pull down, gravity, and we lose structure in our cheekbones. And so this kind of brings back that look of structure to our face. So you could put this on with your finger, or you could put it on with a brush. Seint has very beautiful brushes, and they're all dual-ended, so it's like getting two brushes in one. They're soft, they clean easy with our brush cleaner, and you know, for contour, a lot of people like this brush here called the detail brush. I'm going to use this to put this on, but I'm going to show you how you can also do it with your fingers. So if you're going to use a brush, it doesn't have to be this one. It could be the 3D brush, which is right here. This is the brush that comes in a lot of the palettes. It's dual-ended. This side's great for under the eyes and around the little crevices of our nose and stuff like that. But for this demonstration, I'm going to show you the detail brush for the bronzer, or for the contour along the forehead. So you're just going to sweep a line across the forehead for the contour, and then you're going to go right, you can almost see where you already have a shadow. There's my cheekbone, there's a little bit of a shadow. That's exactly where you want to put your contour. And you could do it with this brush, or you can use your finger like this. I'll use my finger on this side. So basically, you know, it goes on the same. This is a little wider because this is wider than my finger. But, you know, it'll all blend in and look the same anyway. A lot of people like to put contour under their chin where they have this loose skin, or where they have these jowls where their skin is falling and their face, the gravity is pulling down. And the same thing. You can use your finger or the brush and go right along your jawline. And what this will do is just push back anything that's coming forward, like here. Like right here, a lot of people will go like this and then put on their contour. So they know exactly where they want to put it. I'm just so used to, I know where mine goes because I do this so much. But if you aren't sure where to put it, just go like this. I know it looks stupid, but that's a way to do it. Okay, and then pull down over your neck because we want everything to blend. Okay, and your next shade will be, so let me just show you how this, so I'll just stick this in my palette. So there's the contour. The next shade will be your highlight shade. And most of the palettes either come with 2 or 3 highlight shades. And when I'm saying highlight shades, I'm talking about foundation shades. We call them highlight shades in the Seint world because they are the shades that make up the 3D makeup, and that's what this is called, 3D makeup. The contour and the highlight shades are what create the 3D look. So you will get a light shade like this, which people will use for under the eyes as like a concealer shade. You'll get a mid-tone shade like this, which you can use all over, and a darker shade, which you can use all over, or mix these two together, or mix all 3 of them together, or just use 1, 2, 3. There's no right or wrong way to use these shades. You just want to make sure they're the right shades for your skin tones and undertones, and that's what I do when you send me your makeup-free selfie. I look at it. We were trained how to match people's skin to the right colors. So the next shade that I would put on my face will be my lightest shade, which is actually, this right now for me is a little too light because I have a little bit of sun. I'm going to use this one instead. So this is still lighter than my regular foundation shade. This one is called Candlelit, and I'm going to put it right in the corners of my eyes, next to my nose where you have that shadow, you can see. And I like to use it a little bit right here on the outside corners of my eyes, a little bit on the tip of my nose, and a little bit on the bridge of my nose. Now I might contour my nose, but we'll see. I also like to use that on the Cupid's bow, and right here on my chin, and right here on your forehead. So typically the lightest shade in your palette is going to kind of go towards the middle of your face. And I mean, you can use a little more if you want, but the key to this makeup is less is best. So, okay, so after the lightest shade, now I'm going to go into another shade, which I'm going to use. This one is called Hazel. And this I'm going to use all over as my foundation shade. And it's going to go wherever I have space open where there's no contour or no brightening shade. I even like to use it a little bit under the eye in the middle because I didn't put a brightening shade there because the lighter shades will accent the lines and wrinkles. So I'll put it here. Now this looks dark, and all these shades look darker than what they end up looking like on your face. So that's why you need someone to help color match you, because chances are if you go on the website yourself and look for the shades that you think are going to match, you're going to get too light of a shade. And especially as we age, we need to go a couple shades darker than what we're normally used to going. So there we have it. I think I have enough on. And the next shade that I'm going to use is my bronzer shade. And I showed you my bronzer shade before, and it's a little warmer. This one's called Bella. Most people can use Bella. It's a universal shade. It's the one typically matched to most women. But there are some darker, and there is a couple lighter. So this is Bella, and I'm going to show you the difference between Bella and the contour. You can see that it almost has a reddish tone, which is what it's there to mimic a tan or bronzing your skin like, if you were in the sun. And, you could overlap it with a couple, if you have to, you can overlap it with your contour. It doesn't matter. It's all blends in and looks beautiful no matter what. There's no right or wrong way to do this. A caveman can do it, as they say. And, everybody has their own particular way of putting it on. I'm here to just show you the basics. Okay, so now you can actually even add your blush shade now. Your blush can also go right above your bronzer. But I typically will sometimes I'll do this, but a lot of times I will blend everything else in and then add the blush after. And this blush shades are lip and cheek, so they're for your cheeks, and they do double duty as your lipstick. Okay, so this looks crazy. It's just paint by numbers. Anybody can do this. If you're afraid, don't be, because there's no reason to be. So I have this on. I'm going to put the shades that I just used into my tin so I could show you how they fit in. That's the contour. That's my highlight shade, my brightest highlight shade, my main highlight shade, my bronzer, my lip shade, which is also my blush shade. So those are the ones I have in so far. So I'm going to blend all this in, and then I'm going to show you what's next. So with Seint, you're going to get, if you order a palette, you're more than likely going to need a brush, or if you buy palettes that are pre-made, they will already have the brush included. So this is one of my favorite brushes. It's called the 3D brush. So I'm going to start with my main highlight shades and my lightest highlight shades first. Blend it in. You just need to stipple and tap. I mean, you really don't have to do a lot of blending, because this cream makeup is just so soft and just blends in really fast. So I'm going to do this. Then I'm going to use this side, this pointy little side, and do right around my eyes, in the corners. I'm going to do that darker part I did underneath with the main shade, pulling up that brightening shade over the corners of my outer eye to give them a lift. And then I'm going to take, you can use this same brush. You can use the same brush for everything, or I'll just show you so you can see some of these brushes. This is the blush and bronzer brush. Now, you can use this side for the blush and this side for the bronzer, or mix it up, or however you want. I'm going to blend the contour and my bronzer shade in now. And I'm going to show you how I like to blend it upwards into my hairline. So if you have a little bit of a receding hairline with this hair, it will, help camouflage that. And then I'm going to use the blush side to do the blush here and the bronzer. I'm marrying those two colors together. And then after that's blended in, I'm going to go up and show you how I blend the contour in with all of that. And I just go light upward strokes for the contour. See how pretty that is? And there's a glow. It all blends in together. There's no line of demarcation and starting and stopping points that you could tell that it's makeup. I mean, you could still see your skin through this makeup. Now, if you needed more coverage, you can go back in and do more. But the beauty of aging is not to cover up everything, but to enhance the good things in your complexion. When you make your face all one shade, all matte, all covered, you lose definition, you lose shine, you just lose that youthful glow. So that's why I love this makeup so much. And if you choose me and you want to get a color match, I will be the one that will look at your pictures. I don't share them with anybody. And I will pick the right skin or the right shades for your skin. And, we'll go over it together and we can decide if that's a good match for you. We also do eyeshadows. So anyway, whatever was left on this brush that I did for my concealer shade, I'm just going to run that over my eyelids. Now, to save time, I already put my mascara and I kind of filled in my brows. So we don't need to worry about that. But if you just look at that, I don't even have anything else on yet. And there's one more product that's one of my favorite products that come in the sets. And this is called the Illuminator. Used to be called highlighter in the old makeup world. That's where you highlight your cheekbones, highlight the tip of your nose. Seint, we call it Illuminator. So we dip into that. I want you to see something here. Watch this. Look at that. And watch what it does for the tip of my nose and the bridge of my nose. See the difference? I don't have the highlighter on this side. It's still glowy, but then I do have it on this side. And just a little bit is key. You start small. Then you can build if you feel like you need more. And 9 times out of 10, you're not going to need more because it just looks so beautiful just like this. And I always like to put a little bit of illuminator here. And then blend it slightly. Sometimes I like to put a little bit on my Cupid's bow. And then I will use another blush shade. This is a little bit of a darker blush shade. This one is called Black Cherry. And it's also for lips and cheeks. But if you feel like you need more blush, you could just, right over top of this, add some blush. You could dip right into your blush tin like this if you want. And then dab. And if you think, oh, it's too much, just keep on dabbing. And it blends out. And if you have too much glow, which I never heard of too much glow, but if you feel like it's too much glow, you can always use a little bit of powder, because our Seint makeup does come with, let me find it, it comes with a powder that's also magnetized like this, and you can just put a tiny bit on your brush and just go right where you think you need it. Bruno! Sorry, guys. That's the joy of working from home. I get to be with him, but sometimes he ruins my videos. Okay. No such thing. Bruno couldn't ruin anything. Okay, so there you go. I still have that glow, and I still have that luminosity, and it's natural. And if you guys have any questions, just reach out to me, comment to me, go on my Facebook page or my Instagram page, and I will be glad to help you. Thanks for watching.